Hello, researchers. For the first lecture presentation, the focus will be an introduction to the research process, specifically the academic research. So definitely for my class, you will be hearing a lot of times the word thesis because this is the final requirement for you to pass the subject. But the question is that how are you going to complete a research proposal? So for our first lecture, you need to be able to acknowledge the significance of conducting research and demonstrate awareness on the nature of academic research. So these two objectives through this first lecture will help you to begin with having a comprehensive overview of what an academic research is. And primarily, we need to start with the level of appreciation for conducting an academic research. So we will begin with the importance of research. Constructive changes are needed for life to move forward. Because of these constructive changes or changes which are made for the betterment of the society, research is a valuable tool to produce needed changes. The basics of research, especially in medicine, in scientific breakthroughs, in policy formation, these different ways of conducting research are actually evident on how the research outputs or the results of the researches were able to change lives, were able to create medical breakthroughs, were able to create scientific breakthroughs, and were able to polish policies that we have in the society, in the government, and in the different institutions. So, specifically, the importance of research are the following. First, it is made to address problems that to be solved. That is basic. If you see a research problem, then that's the very reason why you intended to write a research. Second, to look into situations that require improvements. Third, to review policies that must be revised. And last one, to review programs of actions that demand modifications. From this, for general importance of research, we could say that writing a research or considering conducting a research activity or a research project do not just help solve problems, but it also help to alleviate the status quo or the existing situation. Through research, policies can also be reviewed, and through research, programs of actions which are already existing may be reviewed so that modifications may be done for it to become better. So to be truly responsive to complex human existence is the very importance of research. You do research because you want to become more responsive, you want to become timely on the different complexities revolving around human existence and our ways of living. The search for the unknown, the discovery and rediscovery of not so familiar facts to expand human horizons, solve societal problems, and improve our living conditions make research an essential and noble undertaking of man. So this one actually summarizes the previous slides on the importance of research. Remember that conducting research is not just an academic requirement for you to graduate. Conducting research as early as now is actually a way of orienting you on how significant making research is, not just as a student, but as a citizen and as a future professional. Despite the many difficulties it entails, research is a wonderful, disciplined, and challenging journey to seek the truth and gain knowledge for the betterment and uplifting of life. For now, I think you feel the weight of the responsibilities as researchers in the making, but do not worry because in the entire research process, I, as your thesis instructor, will be there to guide you from the format to the checking of contents and to the alignment of the different contents of your research proposal up to your final research manuscript for thesis writing too. And also, in your journey as a researcher, you will be guided by your chosen advisor. So I am hoping that as early as now, you already have your thesis advisor in mind. And I am also hoping that that faculty member will accept your invitation for him or her to become your thesis advisor. And also, I want you all to understand that completing a thesis study is fulfilling, not just in the academe, but also in your early journey as a young professional. So we will now deal with the meaning of research. So research, as defined by Calderon, is a purposive, systematic, and scientific process of gathering, analyzing, classifying, organizing, presenting, and interpreting data for the solution of a problem, for prediction, for invention, for the discovery of truth, or for the expansion or verification of existing knowledge, all for the preservation and improvement of human life. So, this meaning of research covers not just the significance or the importance of research as given earlier. Remember, it is for the preservation and improvement of human life, but it also focuses on the different things that you need to do for you to finish a certain study. Again, the process of research may sound complex, but your thesis instructor, who happens to be me, and your thesis advisor will be there to guide you. So, the first one is that, of course, you need to gather data. But before you gather data, please make sure that it's clear for you what will be what is your identified research problem from which your research objectives will be anchored before finally you will be able to gather data. And once you were able to gather the data, you will analyze the data, classify them, organize them, present them in tables, in charts, in graphs, and finally interpret the data. Whatever will be the outcomes of the interpretation, that will be the result of your research. And the result of your research could lead to the improvement of human life, a solution of a problem, or a revision of particular policy. Specifically in terms of language and literature, because these two are the main fields or areas of study in your chosen degree in college. So the following are the key concepts in the nature and characteristics of research. Still based on the definition given, of course, research is systematic. It's complex, yet it is systematic. That's why we have a guidelines in CNSC that you need to follow in writing your research. The format will be provided, and there will be thesis evaluators or panel members who will help you to finalize your thesis together with your thesis instructor and thesis advisor. Second, it is controlled. You need to make sure that what you have chosen in your research needs to be controlled. It needs to be specific. It is empirical. When we talk about empiricism, it means that it can be observed by any of the five senses. It is experienced. Next, research is an inquiry. You are conducting a research because you would want to know something. You want to discover something. You want to write down policies, which are products of revisions, which are outcomes of your research. Fifth, it is about solving problems. This is the basic motivation, actually, why a person conduct research. And sixth, it is about adherence to a method, which needs to be scientific. In our case, aside from the scientific inclination of research, we follow the CNSC research guidelines for undergraduate thesis. And then seventh, it concentrates on a specific subject or topic. That's why it is controlled. So these are the references, and I hope by now at least you have an initial view of what research is. Thank you.